Now, this truck is here. It rolled up within the last 10 minutes. If you were on Facebook Live with me, you saw that truck come up, but it's across the street where this homicide investigation is now unfolding. Take a look. 25 people shot. They range in age from 16 to 35. Exactly what you need to know, where resources are, what we're learning from some of the top city officials here, not only here, but also in the neighboring town of Parker.
This is crucial training for some of these volunteer firefighters.
IVs will then be placed around 6:45. And then the curtains will open at 7 o'clock. So at that point, you're going to have your witnesses in there. This is the pool behind me. They were analyzing and shining their flashlights on this. And when I came over here to see what was going on, obviously parts of this fence is up. Within the last 10 minutes or so, we saw a fairly large police presence leave the mobile command site and then go somewhere off into the town of Newport. They're handing out free signs like this, yes on 7 medical cannabis. Authorities in Lonoke County arresting a man now searching for another involved in a deadly shooting and kidnapping. 16 breaking news update. A 52-year-old man is behind bars tonight accused of robbing a Little Rock school teacher at gunpoint. Many people still coming to this makeshift memorial. It's been building for the last 24 hours now. KARK police chopper is overhead. I have seen some police vehicles around here along with the state capitol police. Are you upset with the decision? Do you think it's a fair decision?
No comments.
Low average temperatures are making things difficult tonight. An Amber Alert issued for a Springfield, Missouri boy has been canceled. A Little Rock man who police already consider sexually dangerous is in hot water tonight, facing child pornography charges. Tropical storm Cindy did not pack as much water as Louisiana was faced with nearly 1 year ago. We're at Rebsamen Park and Old Cantrell Road, where water has taken over this roadway that was just taken right off of a home. If we can walk over to this, guys, this is absolutely incredible. They were grabbing their last minute things. I have now found numerous bricks that are littering the road. Look at the roof here. You can see the outside. Let me tell you, Chenal Parkway within just the last few minutes has really built up with slush. Let's hope we can find those vandals. Price, thanks very much. Benton police arrested this man for allegedly abusing an infant. 42-year-old Chris Ward was arrested after officers say they responded to a call about an unresponsive infant. Police say they found that infant with, quote, extremely violent physical abuse. Ward is facing multiple charges, including first-degree battery. While it gets cold outside, check out this video our crews just captured. It will certainly warm your heart. A handful of airmen reunited with their families and friends at Clinton National Airport tonight. When you are inside a home, filling with smoke,
I got a broke air pack.
there are only 2 options: get out or face the fight. Collegeville volunteer firefighter Matt Kings is learning new tricks of the trade. This is not a real burning home, but it's real enough.
I've been a volunteer since I was 15 or 16 years old.
Matt is getting hands-on training Friday night from some of the nation's best.
There are guys from D.C., Baltimore City, Houston, and City of Little Rock. From
inside the home to checking the roof for hot spots. It's training like this that can be pricey for volunteer departments.
It's expensive for fire training.
Collegeville Fire Chief Ryan McCormick says most areas in Arkansas are served primarily by volunteer departments, so this training is vital.
We don't get to see fires every day. We don't, and that's good, but we don't get to see the type of experience that some do from around the United States from a career department.
My wife's a teacher, and I got to balance that and home life and my career schedule.
From putting holes in the roofs to finding your way out of a home in smoke, Matt says these tactics will save lives in the small towns they call home.
We don't have budgets to send you to school. We don't have budgets to, go to training all the time.
That was his favorite word. At a year old, he could tell you, I'm Mr. Spectacular.
At 3 years old, Asen King left a mark.
A unique child, so God called a major angel home.
On December 17th, Little Rock police say Gary Holmes opened fire on Kim King-Macon's car. She says she did not realize her grandson had been shot.
I looked back at the kids and I said, "Are you okay?" Asen shook his head, yes.
But Kim's relief turned to heartbreak just 15 minutes later.
The sight that I saw wasn't what I wanted to see, and that sight has never left my eyes. He had blood running down his face, and it's just, it plays over and over in my head because his body was slumped over, in the car. And I couldn't grab him. All I could do was scream and holler, "No, no, guys, you can't be doing this to me."
Kim says there was no life left in little Asen's eyes.
I can remember calling my son back, telling him that it was not a gunshot in the air, that Asen had been shot, and he said, "Mama, please tell me my baby is not dead." But I couldn't tell him that because his baby was.
Kim says she struggled with Asen's death knowing it happened in her car.
Not to know that your grandchild has been shot and you drive that far with him, I think I beat myself up because I feel like had I known, I could have gotten him to the hospital and maybe saved him.
Asen's alleged shooter, Gary Holmes, turned himself into law enforcement hours before his funeral.
I forgave him probably the day or so after.
During Holmes' first court appearance last week,
he mouthed to me as he passed by, "I'm sorry."
Despite an apology, Kim knows the fight for justice is just getting started.
Asen is gone, but this is not over.
On the outside, it looks ordinary. Drivers pass by, not even knowing. Inside, a man on a mission.
We're called the Veterans Mental Health Council of Central Arkansas.
Taylor LeBeau's spare bedroom transformed into a base for veterans' mental health.
It was something that spoke to me personally. I've lost more of my friends to suicide than I did in combat.
Taylor served 1 year in Afghanistan, but after returning home, a new war, homelessness, and suicidal thoughts.
Unless you've been there, I mean, it's not really easy to put in words. It's the best and worst experience of your life.
All the veterans care about the welfare of each other.
Tanya Phillips is part of the Veterans Mental Health Council. She says the organization builds a partnership between veterans, their families, and the community.
We've lost too many veterans to suicide. I've been to many, many funerals, and I don't want to lose any more.
Combat is the turning point.
With reminders of what led him to today.
We have a lot of veterans out there with mental health problems.
This veteran is back on American soil, working to make sure no one is left behind.
And is it AM or is it PM?
In this Jacksonville home,
1/2 hour.
math problems are being solved.
Just really hard to explain.
But there's one problem Lacey Sheffield
Didn't know if I was ever gonna get home.
and her 9-year-old son can't solve.
An hour after he was supposed to be at his bus stop, I've got things running through my mind.
Bradley was supposed to be dropped off by a Jacksonville North Pulaski school bus just before 2:30, but wasn't dropped off until 3:45.
The worry makes you feel like you're dying.
I was just scared.
Inside the school district office, officials say their math was slightly off.
All our elementaries had higher than normal traffic volume on cars, more than expected, and buses were mixed in with the car traffic.
Driving to places is nice. Didn't know where we were going.
Even though the start of 4th grade has made a mark in this family's day.
I didn't know if my mom was okay, if my dad was okay, if my brother was okay.
They'll just erase what's happened
I was walking around the streets like a freaking mad woman.
with hope their problem is solved.
Yeah, midnight.
12
a.m.